Hello, Lauren. I've got your superhero program here. Let's take a look at it together. Okay, so looking at the template, you've got the code they gave you as a starting point that has this template to create superheroes with name and strength points as the attributes. You were to come up with 2 additional attributes, so you need to add something besides name and strength points. And they gave you a method to add strength points. So something the superhero does gets stronger, so it has this method. And then you were supposed to add 1 method, so that way your template is bigger than what they give you there. So you want to create the world's strongest person using the class function, add an alter ego and best friend. That'd be great. So you can add, best friend, alter ego, that kind of stuff, and use the strength points of the method. But you need to add a second method. So I've already copied and pasted your program into a window here. I see right off you're missing name, date, purpose. But let's see. Here is the class. And you didn't add any attributes. It still just says name and strength points. Now you added some things down here. Self.bestfriend, self.ego. But this is where you send that when you create the template. And this says self-name doesn't equal name. It equals invulnerable. We'll see how that works. So, okay, here's your main function. You created a new self using the superhero template, but you didn't send any information about your hero. And then you got all these print statements. So let's run it. His name's invulnerable. His power is strongest person. So let me create a second hero for him to interact with. Hero 2 equals, and I'll use the superhero template. And this one I'll name Super Bubba. All right. And we'll give him strength points of 50. So that's all you gave it. You gave it name and strength points is all we could send. So let's see. We'll get a print statement. Print. One day he meets, and we'll add Super Bubba, hero 2 dot name. There you go. So it should print Bubba's name there. Let's run the program. One day he meets invulnerable. Wait a minute. I did not name hero 2 invulnerable. I said his name was Super Bubba. So what if I create a third hero? Hero 3 equals superhero Mary the Great. Quote, and she's got a strength of 500. Okay, so I've just sent another one to the template, Mary the Great. So let's put her name. Let's put the same one. Let's see, quotes, and then we'll add hero 3 dot name. So he meets 2 heroes. He meets hero 2 heroes. So let's run that. One day he meets invulnerable and invulnerable. Okay, your template didn't work. And this is, remember we compared in class, this is like having a new contact for a phone. I want to create a new contact. So I have my phone, I create this new contact, and I got Super Bubba, and I put it in there, and I give him a strength point to 50, and I got Mary the Great. Well, let me see what their strength points are. Print their strength is plus hero 2 dot strength points plus, and let's see what Mary's strength points are. Can't concatenate. Yeah, I gotta put str strength points because I can't print words and letters on the same line without telling them to treat it like letters. Their strength is 1, 2, 3, but 10 million and 10 million, even though I created them to have a strength of 50 and 500. So basically, if this was like a phone contact thing, your superhero template, everyone I call would be invulnerable and have the exact same phone number, no matter how many contacts. Oh, let me get your number, and I'll add you in my phone with your name and your number. But when I go to call it, it calls invulnerable with the same 10 million. It doesn't work. Your template doesn't work. Because right here it's self.name. You said every superhero is going to have this name. Everyone. But what you should have done is go down here and send it the name and make this a blank template. So when I did that, look, now when I created new superheroes, Super Bubba and Mary the Great, it actually prints their name. I can create different superheroes because I didn't tell it to name every single superhero the same name. Strength points equals strength points. So if I want invulnerable to have 10 million strength points, I put it right there. Run program. See, now it's got it correct for Super Bubba and Mary. They have 50 and 500. Because it takes whatever I send to the template. See, now I've created 3 different superheroes. You're invulnerable, Super Bubba, and Mary the Great. And they all have their own strength points, and it's using them correctly. So yeah, and then every one of them's best friend is Will. Every superhero you create, every one of them's alter ego is Mark. Every single one of them you create, because that's the way you set it up. Instead of, you needed to put up here best friend. Oh, let me spell that correctly. Equals, and leave it as an empty blank, so everyone can have their own best friend when you create it. And when you create them, you would put whoever their best friend is next. Their name, strength points, whoever their best friend is, and then another one for alter ego. And then again, you need to have something for add strength points. Nowhere in here did you add strength points, did you? Oh, here it goes. New self strength points plus 1,000. Oh, yeah, you did that. Okay, you did have to add strength point. That's good. You used that, but you needed a second method also to do something else. So, but yeah, so that way, and that one worked right. New self, it added 1,000 points to whatever their strength points was. But now it can add points to Super Bubba and Mary the Great at having 50 and 500, not everyone having 10 million. So you got the core of it okay, but you kind of missed the overall thing about this being a template, because your template was like an assembly line putting out the same superhero every time. So your phone contacts would look really weird because everyone would be the same name and number. So that's what this is. Kind of missed pieces of it there. Got the overall idea, but just the details weren't working there. So, all right, I'll get this to you. Thanks.